Let's try to color correct and a bit color grade this clip. Now this clip has a serious problem. The camera is inside the house, right guys? And he has taken a nice video of the guy playing. Nothing mysterious, is very nice. But you want to color correct it. One way to color correct it is to kill the outside, make it very bright. So you work on this area over here. But then you're losing a lot of nice details. Another way is to kill the inside, or brighten or darken the insides, and you get the feature of the outside. It's obvious from the graph that this is split in two. That's what is apparent here. But actually, if you look at it carefully, there is a mixed area here. The light is coming and it's influencing our subject. So actually, it's not like split in two at 100%. There is a mixed area here where you have to balance the colors. If you want to use power windows to do this kind of job, you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to use the rectangle. That's easy. I'm going to put it over here and then stretch it down and then move it over here. Okay, cool. Then I will use the outside. But I would like you to think a bit. This drum, is it inside or outside? Actually, it's inside. So let's lift this one up. So now you say, okay, the drum is inside, that's very fine. But actually here is not inside this area. So you're going to have a big clash if you try to correct like this. You need another window over here. And also, how are you going to join these two windows? You might say, okay, fine. I'm going to use now the pen. I'm going to come to the pen here and do, my window just like this. Okay. And then I'm going to use feathering. Fine, but guys, it's not gonna work. I wonder where to put this, inside or outside. I'm gonna put it outside. Actually, it's wrong. It's partly inside, but taking lights from the outside. So the pen, though you can trace whatever you like, that's very fine, but it's not gonna work also because the area is not defined at all. Now, what is the best solution? This is what I do. The best solution is to use gradient and color correct on the gradient. Here you are. I'm going to add the gradient and take care of the outside area first. I'm going to bring my gradient here and take it just like this. Okay, that's a bit rough, but it'll give you an example. Okay, let's stop it over here. So now when I color correct, if you look, I'm going to color correct from outside till this guy here. It makes sense that his face has more light from the outside to the inside, even if the camera is inside. His hand also the same. It seems this is gonna work. So I will put the power window here and then try to work with the gain. So blindly I'm gonna give it the gain up a bit and take the lift down, and it's a lot of down if you notice. Okay, so that's what's happening, how the graph is going this way. I can extend it a bit. Well, that's not bad at all. Let's remove the highlights. And we have a very good result, guys. Notice I did not lose anything from the outside. I can take it up even more. Okay, just over here will do. And I think here it's okay. So actually, I color corrected the whole thing inside and outside using the gradient. And I love this. You might say, okay, let's do now an outside node. I'm going to add an outside node. Well, the outside node is not going to work, I can assure you. Because if you start adjusting now, the outside node is starting from here. Notice what's happening here, put the highlights. It's actually starting to work from here down. That's not exactly what you want. The outside node here will not work again. What you need is another node, Alt S on Windows or Option S on the Mac. On this node, I'm going to add another gradient. I'm going to bring it to over here. First, let's rotate it so it doesn't exit. Okay, I'm gonna put it just over here and take it straight up. Okay, so actually is not the outside node. If you take the highlights, the first guy is working up to here, right? And the second guy is working up to here. Maybe we can adjust them even more to see exactly how we can mix them at 100%. Here I'm gonna take it up like this. Okay, fine. So now let's add some of the gain. Okay, not too much. Then let's take down the lift. Here you are. Not bad at all. You see, it's working very nicely. Now, of course, you can add a new node, Alt S, and on this node, you can play with the contrast. We are working very fine. And the saturation. Of course, if you were not talking to me, you will have done a much better job. But notice what I have used. Using the gradient and having this mixed area instead of having the outside area has given much better result. If you think about this image, yes, his face should be bright because the light is coming from outside, and here it should be darker because the camera is inside and there is no light and you can see it over here. And his hands have a nice color, and notice how we have done a great job over here, the drums and so on. We have all the details. Of course, guys, if you sit back and do it smoothly, not only about the concept but also about adjusting the gradient at 100%, you will have fantastic results. Thank you, and I will see you in the next lecture.